One of my favorite weapons in PUBG Mobile is the AWM. This sniper has the highest damage out of any gun in the game, and it just feels so right when you're using it. The sound it makes, the reload, it's just beautiful. But is it the best sniper in the game? We'll find out in today's video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. What's the worst and best sniper rifle in PUBG Mobile? I'm interested in seeing what you think at first. Let me know in the comments before you watch this video what your best and worst snipers are in this game. My name is Exotic Gaming, and today I'll be ranking every sniper and DMR in PUBG Mobile from worst to best. Yes, I am considering DMRs, better known as designated marksman rifles, weapons like the SKS and Mini 14, as snipers in this video, as you generally use them in the same way as bolt-action rifles, for longer ranged gameplay. I hope you find this video useful. Leave a like right now if you're signed into YouTube. I'm not dumb, I know you are, so if that thumbs up button has not turned blue, that's a problem. So do it! Subscribe for more of the best PUBG Mobile content on YouTube, and click that bell button to turn on notifications. Anyone who doesn't have the bell button clicked on hates the AWM, okay? I don't think you want to be classified as that. So without further ado, let's jump into this. Getting things started, in the number 10 position, we have a weapon I really wish were higher on this list. The Winchester Model 1894, or Win94 as it's known in PUBG Mobile. I really like this gun a lot. When you drop into the map Miramar, this is actually a really good weapon to start the game off with. The reason is because this gun has the capability of dealing a one-shot kill if you get a headshot on anyone with lower than a level 2 helmet on. The big problems with this gun though are the slow firing rates and the slow reloading time, and also the very crucial fact that you can't equip any type of scope on this gun. The iron sights are all you got. That means despite it being classified as a sniper rifle, it only will perform well at close and medium range. Long range is unreliable. Don't discredit this gun though, it's seriously so satisfying getting a kill with this, and it may even be fun enough to do a Win94 only challenge in this game. I've done a few of those myself. Moving right along into the number 9 position, we have one of the biggest jokes of a weapon in PUBG Mobile history. I'm not gonna sit here and try to make the VSS Vintorez look better than what it actually is, because it's not. Far too many times have I landed somewhere and only found a VSS and then instantly died from someone with an M416 or AKM. Sad times. We'll try to forget those times. But seriously, the VSS really only has one advantage in early game. The fact that it already comes equipped with a 4x scope and it has a suppressor built in. I guess you can probably find some use with that, especially in early game, if you're trying to be sneaky and you're shooting at someone all the way across from school to the apartments, for example. Someone else may only have the AKM with iron sights, and it'll be a lot harder to use that at longer range. It can also be fired in full auto, which is certainly a pro as well. But the VSS still has a massive bullet drop and a very low damage, and you're honestly better off with nearly every other game in the game before it. It's not good. Next up, in the number 8 position, just a little disclaimer, everything else from here on up is actually really good. There's a huge difference between number 9 and number 8. So just because we find the Mini 14 as the gun in the number 8 position doesn't really mean it's bad. I'd still be very happy I found it on the ground, and I'd probably pick it up. The Mini 14 is a DMR that uses 5.56 ammo, which is easy to find, but it does do the least amount of damage out of all DMRs and snipers that use either 5.56 or 7.62 ammo. This is why it ranks pretty low. You have 20 bullets in this gun, which you can extend up to 30, and a great pro to this weapon is the range. It's tied with the gun in the number 7 position as the longest out of all DMRs in the game. They have low recoil as well, so you'll have a huge advantage with this gun against anyone at long range with any AR. The Mini 14 is good. But do you know what's slightly better? The QBU. This is one of the newest weapons on this list, and in fact, it's nearly identical to the Mini 14 in many aspects aside from, of course, the overall design of the gun. The reason why the QBU is number 7 and ahead of the Mini 14 is the slightly higher damage it deals to players, which is 48 as opposed to the Mini 14's 46 damage, and the very unique bipod that the gun comes with. If you lie prone on the ground, you will have a much higher stability compared to someone with the Mini 14, which will come in handy a ton when you're trying to take out that tiny speck of a player hundreds of meters away. The only downside to the QBU compared to the Mini 14 is the smaller ammo capacity, but in reality, the other benefits of this gun far outweigh this small issue. You're not going to use all 10 bullets this gun has anyways, you'll kill that enemy way before that point. But hey, guess what? Even better than the QBU is a gun that used to be a fan favorite, the SKS. I remember months ago watching streamers using the SKS on the PC version of PUBG, and the cool thing about the gun was it had no limit to firing rate speed. It was single fire, right? It will fire as fast as you tap the mouse. So streamers could literally fire like 10 bullets in a single second and of course instantly eliminate anyone quicker than with any other weapon. The devs fixed that though, and now the SKS resides in the number 6 position. Still very good. It uses 7.62 ammo, which is sometimes a little less common than 5.56 ammo, and it has a higher damage to other DMRs like the QBU and the Mini 14. It has a damage of 53. The reason it's lower on this list is because without any attachments, it has a lot of recoil and is pretty difficult to use at long range. But that can be fixed with the attachments you can put on this gun. But that still doesn't put the SKS in the number 5 position. Yes, we're finally in the top 5, and the number 5 position goes to none other than the SLR. A newer weapon in this game, the SLR is best described as a more powerful version of the SKS. So if you like the SKS, you'll definitely enjoy using the SLR. It has the highest damage out of any DMR that doesn't come from airdrops, set at 58, and it has a longer range than the SKS as well. With 10 bullets in this gun, easily upgradable to 20, you'll absolutely devastate most players with this gun. Unless, of course, they have an airdrop weapon. Its main downside is it has a higher recoil than the SKS and is a little harder to control. And that comes with, of course, less attachments available. You'll have to practice a lot in order to use the SLR efficiently, but once you learn, you will easily see how this gun is better than the SKS. For the longest time, one of my favorite weapons on this list was the gun that finds itself in the number 4 position, the Kar 98K. This bolt-action sniper rifle is as traditional of a bolt action as you can get. It's absolutely wonderful. You can find it as common loot anywhere too, which is one of the best things about this gun. It's very common. Yes, it is probably the most popular of all snipers in PUBG Mobile. This gun also uses 7.62 ammo and has a base damage of 75, which is the 3rd highest out of all snipers in this game. Unfortunately, one of the main reasons this gun isn't higher is the only 5 capacity that it comes with, and it having perhaps one of the slowest firing rates out of any gun in this game, as your player needs to load each individual bullet into the chamber to fire. It has one of the highest ranges out of any gun, and in general, you'll find great success with this gun. It's just a good all-around sniper. But do you know what's better than the Kar 98K? Yes, you guessed it. The best DMR in PUBG Mobile. The MK14 EBR. The MK14 has the highest damage out of any DMR in PUBG Mobile, and it even has the ability to fire full auto. It is only an airdrop gun, but that doesn't change the fact that it's good. Really good. It has a damage of 61, and I mean, that's just insane considering it can fire full auto. It has a ridiculously high recoil, so be prepared for that, but I mean, if you can compensate that, you'll basically be unbeatable. Just like with the QBU, this gun also has a bipod, so if you're wanting to fire full auto, drop to the ground, lie prone, and then when you hold down the firing button, it'll be way more stable. I seriously cannot recommend this gun enough. If you're lucky enough to get it from an airdrop, keep it. There are only 2 other weapons I would recommend above this. Closing in at the number 2 position, the second best sniper rifle in PUBG Mobile is the second best bolt-action sniper in the game, the M24. Did you want the Kar 98 to be more powerful? Well, you got that with the M24. It's a more deadly version of the Kar 98K. In earlier updates, you could only find this gun from airdrops, which made it quite rare. But now, guess what? You can find it anywhere in the map. That makes this the best sniper you can get outside of airdrop weapons. However, take into account, this is still quite rare to find. This gun has a base damage of 79, and that easily allows it to one-shot headshot any player as long as they're not wearing a level 3 helmet. The only downside with this gun is the fact that it has a relatively high bullet drop-off, similar to the VSS, though not as extreme, so you'll have to compensate for that more than with other snipers. It still doesn't change the fact that this is one of the best guns in PUBG Mobile. And last, but certainly not least, if you can recall, I asked you all if the AWM is the best sniper in PUBG Mobile. The truth is, yes, it still is. The AWM is your ideal sniper to have in this game, and I mean it's so powerful, it even has to use its own ammo type. You can only get this weapon from loot crates, and even that is not a guarantee, and that makes it one of the rarest weapons in the game. This bolt-action sniper has a base damage of 120, literally almost 3 times that of the Mini 14, and that means it can one-shot kill anyone, headshot or body shot, aside from someone wearing level 3 armor if you hit them with a body shot. Headshot to someone with the level 3 armor? Yeah, it's a one-shot kill. It has the longest range out of every gun in the entire game, and at long range, unless you really suck at aiming, only a hacker would be able to beat you if you have this. Your ideal loadout in the game would be the AWM and the M416. You will be unstoppable if you have that in your inventory. And with the sheer fact of it being unstoppable, we can crown the AWM as the best sniper in PUBG Mobile. And would you look at that? Ending off with the AWM, it looks like we've come to the end of the list. I asked you earlier to comment what you thought the order of this list would be. How was yours different from the official list? Let me know down below. I'm curious in hearing your responses. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something new. Lesson learned, get the AWM. It's likely the best gun in the entire game. Leave a like if you learned something new, subscribe for more PUBG Mobile content, turn on post notifications before you go, and check out the worst to best assault rifles list that I have linked down below in the description. That's it. Thank you for staying until the end, and I will see you guys later.